Day 4, 5, I can't remember which one it is, but anyway, another beautiful day here in Sydney, and we are going to head off and explore more of Middle Harbour, and not quite sure where we're going to stay tonight, but we'll see. It's a bit cool this morning, but it's still, and there is not a cloud to be seen. Unbelievable. Yeah, old boats. We just headed off, and we got about halfway to the first buoy, and the tracker, the navigation tracker, depth sounder, all the bits and pieces that I need was flickering and carrying on. So I've just had to, lucky I was just next to that, next to the last of the public buoys, and I had to go down and pull the stairs out, pull the engine box out, and follow the earth wire and re-earth it to something else. And I think the earthing is where I have my problems down there with the old system. I'm just going to have to replace all the earths. It's just a nest of snakes down there. So anyway, take 2. Hopefully we will enjoy the rest of the trip. Well, it's pretty easy to work out why they call this Sugarloaf Bay, and that in front of us, that pointy hill up the top there, is known as the Sugarloaf, and you would know your history in that sugar used to come in loaves which were conical, and you've seen that, you can see why that came to mind straight away. There are 4 buoys in here. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, definitely 4 buoys in here. Not many residences around. A little mooring field in there, but not many residences around. Some on the tops of the ridge there. Private moorings in there. Still in the middle of a fairly deep channel, about 22 metres deep, so all fairly deep through Middle Harbour here. And you can see off to the right there, there's a little inlet, so this could be another nice spot to come and spend a couple of days really fishing and just relaxing and exploring the little streams and inlets Oh, we can see a boat all the way in there, so it's interesting to know that we can get a yacht in there. I'm not sure what depth we're looking at there. I can check that for later. That looks like a really protected little spot. It's almost hidden away in Middle Harbour. I know it's no secret and everybody knows where it is, but it's almost like all these little places are out of the main thinking stream, I guess you could say. They certainly were to me. I kind of thought I'd pop my head into Middle Harbour and look for about 5 seconds and I'll be done, but there's a lot more here. I'm just going to focus this around to there because I think my wife would be interested. That one's for you, Fiona. Little waterfront cottage there. Maybe if it was on Lake Windermere. This thing is not mucking around. Hydrovane, wind power, ton of solar. That thing is not mucking about. That's a fairly industrial Dodger too. Looks like it's all ready to go too. Really is some amazing real estate around here. I hope they enjoy it. Blue water yacht. Bit of tape for a window there. A few rust bleeders on it, but she still looks pretty sound. We're ready to take on the oceans of the world. Stories that that boat could tell. When I was a youngster, my favourite boat was the Mariner 31. I didn't know if it was any good or not, I just liked the look of it. And here's one here that looks like it's utterly neglected. I don't think anybody's been on this boat for 12 months and it's just sitting there. Hey, give me a call if you want to get rid of it. At the right price, of course. Cannot seem to go anywhere on the harbour these days without seeing these rolls of foam. Every boat that I've passed in this marina, even all the these big yachts, will have this roll of foam on it, and they spread that on the water and people jump on it and stuff like that. Everybody's got them. So we are going to go and moor at Balmoral Beach, but that's that's the plan. There are 3 public moorings there. I've stayed on one for a couple of hours once before, but I plan to do an overnight it, and the reason I'm going to do that is because I want to do some work on the boat, and the other reason is because I want to spend a night on a mooring that's subject to swell. So I look forward to see what that is going to be like. We're about 15 minutes away from there now, and it's going to be very interesting picking up the buoy because the wind is still, that westerly wind is still quite strong, and I have a boat hook lying underneath one of the buoys at Balmoral Beach, so maybe when I'm fishing today I might recover it. Balmoral Beach. Here we are coming in to pick up a buoy just off Balmoral Beach. Now, because of the strength of the wind, I'm looking at lots of things at the moment, particularly the boats that are on the mooring field, and also there's a boat on one of the public moorings just off our starboard bow. And I'm looking at the position of that boat because my theory is that that is going to be subject to just about exactly the same breeze as my boat is. Obviously, different boats are subject to different windage, but I think the closer to the buoy that you're trying to pick up, the better idea you've got of which direction the wind's coming from. According to the Windex at the top of my mast, I'm heading straight into the wind at the moment, but clearly there is wind closer to the water that is going to affect what we do. And as I drop the motor off, you can see that the bow is coming off the wind and pushing towards the port side back to leeward. So I'm now going to just let the boat move in gradually, give it a little bit of power here and there just to keep it moving. I'm observing the buoy. I'm looking at where the rope off the buoy is coming. As I get closer to it, I start to angle the same as the boat that is just off to my port there, and I turn straight into the buoy. My preference is to go forward and pick up the buoy from the pulpit. I've had no success in the past picking up the buoy from the cockpit and walking forward. I'm much happier taking a little bit more time and heading towards the bow to pick up that buoy. I'd be very interested to hear how you pick up buoys, particularly single-handed, as most of my sailing is done single-handed. What is very interesting as we come around to our next couple of shots, and if you're new at doing this, just have a look at that boat that I was taking my bearings off before. It has almost gone around 90 degrees from where it started from, so be very, very conscious of the wind shift whilst you're mooring. Well, we're on the windy just off the 3, but we're on one. Maybe one of these boats goes a bit later on. Well, I don't think there's going to be too much difference between them and here. Yeah, here we are, Balmoral Beach. Let's have a quick look around. I think that's a Naval College or something up there on the top of the hill. Good spot. This is some pretty prime real estate here. I have some relatives who live somewhere up there on the hill. Very, very popular place to be. There'll be some good sailing done today if you have all your sails working. Unfortunately, we don't.